For the Patriots, man, I don't know if you guys were able to watch that game, but it just looked awful. Mac Jones obviously had 2 interceptions. He had 150 yards passing, and that was it on the day. It basically felt like they were out of this game from the first quarter. Like it felt like after the first quarter, you could have turned off the TV and it didn't matter. Uh, Rushing attack never got going. They gave Zeke the RB1 carries because he was back in Dallas. But he could never get it going. Ramondre struggled. Ramondre averaged like 2 yards a carry. So it wasn't really enticing for either team. Um, and then for me, I know I've talked about this with Dibo quite a bit. I don't know if Debo's going to be able to turn on his mic or come back.
Oh, there
But
it is.
I've been talking about. I've been telling Debo
I'm
like
back. My fault.
I've been telling Debo, when is it Bailey Zappi time? When is it Bailey Zappi time? I told him I like Bailey Zappi more than Mac Jones. We saw some Bailey Zappi minutes. It didn't look great. To be fair, neither quarterback looked great in this one for the Patriots. They did say going forward their quarterback will be Mac Jones. But I don't know if the Patriots are going to go 4-13 as I predicted, but I really don't understand their direction at the moment, and that's kind of the problem. Like,
no, I mean,
Rule team.
go ahead, Dibo.
and it's been like that for the like since Tom Brady left too, and especially on the offensive side of the ball, like there is no explosiveness to the entire roster by far. I mean, I do like Ramondre Stevenson a lot, but you look to the rest of those skill positions. I mean, they got Zeke. He has been playing well with running the ball efficiently. The wide receiver core, the worst in the league.
Yeah.
Well, no, one of the worst in the league. That worst title goes to Carolina for sure. But the Patriots wide receivers, Juju, Devontae Parker, Kenny Bourne,
yeah,
Bo Douglas, Keyshawn Boot, like it. Those are names that they're not gonna shock you. They're not gonna when a team looks at their matchup for a specific week, they're like, yo, we're not afraid of these guys. We're not worried about these guys because they're not game changers at all. Like Mike Gesicki, okay, Hunter Henry's a solid tight end, but still, like I said before, none of these offensive weapons pop out to you at all. And I think that, with their front office management over the years, especially with Belichick, I just think that with them ignoring that side of the ball and just only hitting on defensively, only hitting on defense, that has hindered this Patriots team from even potentially making the playoffs consistently.
Well, but that's what I would argue is the problem, and that's why I would argue that they're losers. Is like the inability for them to take a step back. I feel like they're following in the Broncos' footsteps almost.
Well,
right?
That's not good.
No, well, it's not good, and that's why they're a loser.
Yeah.
But like, what year did the Broncos beat the Panthers? Was it 2014?
2016.
2016. The Broncos lost a quarterback in Peyton Manning, right? And they continue to try to make the playoffs. They continue to try to have their to try to make a push for the offseason. And as a result, they were always the 6, 7, 8 win team, right? And because of that, they never were able to get a high draft pick. So they were stuck drafting guys like Paxton Lynch and Drew Lock and stuff like that. And similarly, I think the Patriots find themselves in a similar situation where, like, look, we had Tom Brady for what, like 20 years, let's call it. We had basically 2 dynasties in that time. And we lost him, and we tried to draft Mac Jones. I personally don't think Mac Jones has worked out. People, hold on. Here's the thing. People always say, oh, Mac Jones is a Pro Bowler quarterback, yada, yada, yada. Tyler Huntley's a Pro Bowler quarterback. That doesn't mean shit to me. Derek Carr is a Pro Bowler quarterback. At the end of the day, if we look at the AFC quarterbacks and we look at Tua, Josh Allen, we look at Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Mac Jones is not even in the same level.
Right. Don't even talk about them in the same level, dude.
Exactly. They're not even in the same revolution. And so for the Patriots to consistently try to make these like off-season signings of Hunter Henry, of Mike Gesicki, of Zeke Elliott, of Juju Smith-Schuster, to always try to make this like competition. Oh, we're going to get in the wild card. Like, no, just tank for a year. Get Caleb Williams, and then you can start rebuilding. Bill Belichick will always have a good defense. If you can finally find a quarterback, then you'll be fine. But they're so stuck in this, like, we have to be decent now. And that's what I don't understand. The inability to take a step back and realize, like, look, Mac Jones just isn't the quarterback. We drafted him 15th overall. You know, he had a good season. He made the Pro Bowl for us. We made the playoffs one year. Sure, we got killed against Buffalo, but we made the playoffs. But if you take a step back, hey, we have Christian Gonzalez, this young, enticing corner who's going to be the cornerback one for years. We have Ramondre Stevenson, who's this good young running back.
Mm-hmm.
If we could have a young quarterback, then we can finally maybe build something towards the future. But they're stuck in the present.
Hey, don't forget about Kyle Duggar, Josh Uche, guys like that. On that Patriots defense. Those are young dogs too.
Who's the Hawaiian linebacker? You know who I'm talking about?
I believe so, but my mind's blanking right now. It's blanking. My mind is blanking.
Oh, but, even Cole Strange. Cole Strange was a positive pick by them.
Right. But as a rebuttal to your point, Matt, NFL teams tanking, they don't want to do it. I know we
especially
like to compare
the Patriots
the NFL
too.
Right, but I know we like to compare to I know we like to compare the NFL to the NBA, you know, a lot, but at the same time, when you look at the NFL, the players, their career spans are shorter. The owners, they want to win. They want to win now consistently. The coaches, they have a way shorter leash. And with all those elements being put together, I just think that every week there are no team. There's no team in the entire league that would be like, "Hey, man, we were not gonna try. We're just gonna throw the season away. We're gonna put the season away." Unless there's a very serious injury that happens to, let's say, a quarterback or even like multiple key players, that is never going to happen. These players, these coaches, they put too much film in, they put too much work in during practice, and in their career lifespan is too short to just be tanking. I'm sorry, but it won't happen.
No, that's fair. That's fair because that's how reality is. And I'm obviously lucky to talk about it from like a podcasting position. But from a podcasting position, I can look at them and say the ceiling of a Mac Jones team is what, 500? 500 you're sneaking in as a wild card, if that. And that's your ceiling. That's your ceiling. So if you're like a responsible GM and coach, it might be a better view to tank. Now I understand what you're saying because we saw situations with DeMar Hamlin and stuff like last year. Like football is just too valuable. It's too vulnerable of a sport to just go out there and intentionally try to lose. Like if you're on the field, you have to try to win because it's literally life or death out there. But I think from a podcasting position, I think that they should be rebuilding. I think that they should be trying to go after a Caleb Williams because I don't think Mac Jones is the answer. And I think we've seen enough of Mac Jones to understand that. That's why I'm like such an advocate of Bailey Zappi. Like, do I think Bailey Zappi's the answer for them? No. But I've also seen Bailey Zappi go like, what was it, 3-1 or 2-1 with them, to where it's like, hey, Bailey Zappi might not be better than Mac Jones, but there's a chance if you play him that you might have more success and he might be able to replicate that Tom Brady form of just checking it down and stuff.
Oh, come on.
No, like the check down and dumps, like because that's what the Patriots offensive system is right now.
All right, my fault. I thought
I wasn't trying to
discredit Brady. Hey man, we have a well-known Brady hater here. As part of the main trio. So
hold up. You know what's funny though?